Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In Washington, D.C., Willow received the divorce papers and she realized this was going to be an ugly custody battle. She called Martin, who was reassuring until she mentioned she was in D.C. with Drew. Willow worried she would cost Drew his congressional seat, but he insisted that wouldn't happen and promised he would be with her no matter what. Michael told Sonny he'd filed divorce papers and admitted he now saw the pattern with Willow being drawn to men who could save her. Jason arrived, and when he and Sonny stepped out to the hall to speak, an explosion ripped through the penthouse, engulfing Michael. Jack joined Carly for dinner, and after she opened up to him about Jocelyn, they heard about the fire and rushed to the hospital. Learning Michael was badly injured, Carly lashed out at Sonny for once again putting their lives in danger. Jack rushed to get Jocelyn, and Lucas asked Asaya to take the lead because Michael is his nephew. Nina and Curtis were arguing about Willow and Drew when they learned about the fire, and she quickly called her daughter. Willow rushed back and refused Martin's suggestion they file for full custody now, then went to the hospital. Martin advised Nina that Willow still had Michael's medical proxy, which could be useful. At the hospital, Curtis tried to get Drew to leave, but he refused, and after Carly rebuffed his attempts at sympathy, he declared she was to blame for Michael's situation. Alexis and Sonny both consoled Christina. Investigating the explosion, Anna asked Brennan for help from the WSB because the bomb was specialized. Diane arrived at Nina's with a court order to take Michael's children home. When Willow arrived, Jocelyn tore into her until Nina came to her rescue. When Drew joined them, he suggested using Michael's medical proxy as leverage in the custody battle. As Sonny and Carly asked Jordan and Asaya about medical options, Willow showed up to declare she would be making the decisions about Michael's care. Meanwhile, Cyrus, having overheard about Michael's injuries, slipped into this hospital room to inject his IV and end his suffering. With Trina's help, Jocelyn packed up Dex's apartment and vented about bringing his killer to justice. While Trina was down at the car, Jocelyn found the gun in a drawer. Meanwhile, Brennan got the satellite footage from the day of the stabbing and recognized Cyrus as the one who attacked Dex. Joss told Trina she wanted to stay in the apartment for a bit, and while reluctant to leave her friend alone, Trina eventually agreed. By herself, Jocelyn examined the gun and began loading it. Brennan gave Joss a list of people in Rice Plaza the day of the stabbing to talk to, and she started with Felicia, who finally realized that Cyrus had stopped ringing his bell while Dex was being stabbed. Lucy welcomed Sidwell as the new owner of Windermere and offered to help introduce him to Port Charles society. He invited her out one night and she accepted. While eating at Bobby's, she filled him in on the Spencer family and then asked about his past. Sidwell was naturally cagey, but thanked Lucy for helping him settle in. Lucas argued that Liz would never harm a patient, and Portia agreed, but had to suspend her to protect her from being made a scapegoat. Seeing Cyrus talking with Asaya, Brad blasted the villain for trying to give Britt an overdose, and Lucas interrupted to pull them away. Portia threw Cyrus out of the hospital and told him to stay out. Brooke Lynn cried to her mother about not being able to have a baby and wondered if this was payback for giving up the child she had as a teenager. Meanwhile, Chase opened up to Sasha about it and felt bad Brooke Lynn felt this pressure to have a baby. Jack was annoyed at Colette for overstepping and shooting at Valentin, but she wondered why he wanted to keep the guy alive. Ava met with Rick to discuss getting back her Cassidy money, and he attempted to talk to Alexis on her behalf, but she wasn't moved. General Hospital spoilers. The race to save Michael. Time is precious in these General Hospital spoilers, and for some, it's quickly running out. Kai opens up to Trina about his major life decision. Sonny has another attack, and Willow fights back against her husband's family as Michael's condition takes a turn for the worse. While working out at the gym together, Kai takes the opportunity to share his latest dilemma with Trina. If we win, the star quarterback reveals, I have to decide whether I'm coming back to school. Will trying to persuade him not to give up on his education for a career in football or wish him well. Sonny ignored his first bout of chest pains, but when he passed out at the boxing gym, Isaiah found him and insisted that he get checked out. However, Sonny refused to show any public weakness and would only let Dr. Gannon give him a quick once-over at home. But the choice may be taken out of his hands as Sonny exits the Quartermains only to suffer another attack. How bad will he let it get before he finally does something about his health? Michael is lying in the hospital fighting for his life after being caught in the explosion at Sonny's penthouse, but the custody battle between him and Willow is going on without him. After Diane arrived to bring Wiley and Amelia home, Willow decided to use the fact that she has Michael's medical proxy as leverage. Why are you doing this? Carly demands to know. Why are you trying to keep us away from Michael? While Willow seems torn about going to this extreme, Drew seems to have no problem using her children as a weapon. Give Willow her kids back, he argues. Unfortunately, Michael is going to need everyone around him because, after Cyrus' secret visit to his room, his condition takes a sudden turn. Page Dr. Gannon and Dr. Jones. Someone calls out. Cyrus was able to kill Sam and Dex, but now that a pattern has emerged, might they be able to save Michael before he suffers the same fate?